Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome. I'm Professor Simon Buckingham-Shum, Director of the Connected Intelligence Centre in the Office of the Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Education and Students. This is one of more than 50 ceremonies being held this year for over 10,000 UTS graduates. I'd like to now introduce you to the people who are here on stage. Seated at the centre of the stage is Emeritus Professor Bruce Milthorpe, who will preside over this ceremony. The Emeritus Professor is joined today by Professor Chris Turney, Pro-Vice Chancellor of Research, our occasional speaker. Professor James Wallman, Dean of the Faculty of Science, who will be presenting graduates. Professor Deborah Anderson, Dean of the Faculty of Health, who will also be presenting graduates. And the other people seated on stage are the professors, academic and professional staff from faculties and institutes who have played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Emeritus Professor Bruce Milthorpe to formally open the proceedings.
Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome from UTS to you all. In the name of the Council, I declare this congregation of the University of Technology, Sydney, duly assembled. On behalf of the University of Technology, Sydney, before we begin proceedings, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we celebrate, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. It is upon their ancestral lands that this UTS campus stands. I would like to, on behalf of us all, pay respect to the elders, both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for these lands. In today's graduation ceremony, we will celebrate the conferral of awards upon graduates from the Faculty of Science, the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology, and the Faculty of Health. This marks the great achievements of our graduates and acknowledges the support they have received from their family and friends. So I'm delighted to see so many of you here today celebrating with our UTS graduates. Today's ceremony is one of the most important moments in the lives of our graduates, their families and their friends. Completing a degree is a significant achievement in anyone's life, and we should never underestimate the sacrifices made and the hard work undertaken that has led you to today. We will celebrate with each graduate as they cross the stage, but perhaps we could commence our celebrations by congratulating our graduates. Congratulations. On behalf of the university, I would particularly like to express our appreciation for the patience of all of today's graduates, families and friends in waiting out the pandemic to attend this special milestone event. It has been a difficult 2 years for people in all corners of the globe, and today we acknowledge the impact on our UTS community and celebrate our resilience. We are delighted that you are here today, and we hope it will be a memorable occasion for you all. Graduation is as important to family and friends as it is to graduates, and indeed the university. So on behalf of all of us at UTS, and in concert with our graduates, I would like to say thank you to the family members and friends joining us today for all of your support during the learning journeys of these graduates. Graduates, please can you let them know how much we appreciate their support. I wish to say a couple of things to our graduates. Graduation is a turning point in your life, and today you have graduated from a world-leading University of Technology and Australia's #1 young university. At UTS, you gained much knowledge, learnt many new skills, realised how to communicate your ideas, and discovered how to work effectively with others. For some of you, that occurred in an international context. But for all of you here today, Graduating from UTS marks your emergence as a global citizen. You will be held in high esteem thanks to the high-quality education you have received with us here at UTS. Please remember that with pride. Life beyond UTS will bring you both opportunities and challenges. You will encounter many such opportunities as you start or continue in your careers, and you may well enjoy exciting prospects across the world as borders open again. More importantly, you will have opportunities to influence lives and the quality of those lives across the globe. Equally, the challenges that you face after graduation have never been greater. Scrutiny and expectation from society is high and will only increase over time. So I would like to leave you with two guiding principles. The first of these is to use your knowledge and skills for the very best interests of humanity, including for future generations. Because the future depends on all of us using our talents for the benefit of the world and its communities in which we live our lives. Your contribution will ensure a more prosperous, inclusive, and sustainable society for people everywhere. I ask you, as a UTS graduate, to ensure that you leave the world in a better state through your efforts and contribution. And the second thing I would ask is that you always remember throughout your career to maintain the highest professional and personal integrity. I have no doubt you will face, as all of us do, many ethical dilemmas and challenges, personally and professionally. I ask you all, as UTS graduates, to remember to maintain your professional pride, because this is essential if your integrity and the worth of your UTS education is to be maintained. In large part, you have the efforts and ethics of the many UTS graduates who came before you to thank for the university's reputation. Likewise, you share that obligation to maintain this reputation for the UTS students of today and the graduates of tomorrow. Please keep in mind these guiding principles at all times and make yourselves, your families, and your university proud of you. Finally, I also want you to continue to enjoy the benefits of an ongoing relationship with UTS as your university. Stay connected with this world-class institution and stay curious. This will not be the end of your learning journey, and we look forward to you continuing your journey with us in the years ahead. In the meantime, know that today you join a group of over 245,000 UTS alumni around the world in various professions. Your alumni office will be your lifelong connection to UTS, no matter where your careers and lives take you. On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate all of our UTS graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have qualified. Congratulations, UTS graduates. I now invite Professor James Wallman, Dean of the Faculty of Science, to present graduates.
Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, I invite graduates in the Faculty of Science and the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology to stand. Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, the UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the faculty boards as eligible for awards have completed all requirements of a course of study approved by the boards and has conferred these awards upon them. Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, I now present those graduates from the Faculty of Science and the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology who are here before you to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have qualified.
Graduates, please be seated. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, research is a defining characteristic of a university. Graduating a fully equipped, independent researcher requires nurturing, training, and encouragement. Today, we celebrate the achievements of our research graduates and express our gratitude to their family, friends, supervisors, and the community who recognise the importance of research education and the acquisition of knowledge. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you graduates receiving doctoral research degrees. The following students have graduated with the Doctor of Philosophy. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Amani Al-Galayini for a thesis entitled Extending the Uses of Lipid Membrane-Coated Electrodes, Next Generation of Lipid Membrane Biosensors and Smart Implantable Cell Electrode Devices. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Dennis Patrick Belay for a thesis entitled Preserving Lumbar Spine Health for the Australian Cleaning Industry. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Daniel Butso for a thesis entitled Unlocking the Secrets of an Ancient Antimicrobial Honey Using Modern Transcriptomic Techniques. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Larissa Marie Kalako for a thesis entitled Mining the Genetic Diversity of the Pathogenic Protozoan Neospora caninum. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Nicole Lauren Catarossi for a thesis entitled Comparison of Authentic and Synthetic Training Aids for Drug Detection Dogs. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Na Chong Lisa Cheng for a thesis entitled Towards Integrative Healthcare, the Perspectives and Experiences of Chinese Medicine Practitioners, General Practitioners, and Patients. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Mahmood El-Safadi for a thesis entitled New Metal Chelators for Chelation Therapy in Neurodegenerative Diseases. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Valentina Hurtado McCormick for a thesis entitled The Zostera muelleri Seagrass Microbiome. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. George Kalatzis for a thesis entitled Investigating Cognitive Function in Clinical and Non-Clinical Samples Using Electroencephalography and Psychometric Assessment, a Comparative Study. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Ipak Karakan for a thesis entitled Antimicrobial PLA and Calcium Phosphate Coatings and Thin Film Composites for Implants Applications. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Alicia Kumatra for a thesis entitled Dual Detection of Latent Finger Marks and DNA. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Naomi Jessica Paul for a thesis entitled Green Wall Technology for Sustainably Improving Environmental Quality, Investigations into Green Wall Plant Health and Particulate Deposition. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Anna Popovic for a thesis entitled Understanding Methylamphetamine Drug Markets in an Australian Context. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Vicky Tang for a thesis entitled The Role of DNA Damage and Extracellular Trap Formation in Atherosclerosis. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Tu Thi Tui Tran for a thesis entitled Acupuncture as an Adjunct Therapy to Counselling for Refugee Survivors at New South Wales Service for the Treatment and Rehabilitation of Torture and Trauma Survivors. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Navpreet Kaur Walia for a thesis entitled Effect of Culture Conditions on Recombinant Protein Production in Chlamydomonas reinhardtii. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Lauren Jane Waters for a thesis entitled Investigating Novel Ways to Improve the Safety and Quality of Cryopreserved Platelet Components. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Yingya Yan for a thesis entitled Metabolomics of Cerebrospinal Fluids to Identify Novel Biomarkers as a Predictive Tool for Brain Inflammatory Conditions. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Tiziana Maria Vittoria Zingali for a thesis entitled Genomic Analysis of Multi-Drug-Resistant Porcine Commensal Ehrlichia coli sourced from a commercial production operation in Australia. The following student from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology has graduated with the Doctor of Philosophy. Emeritus Professor Millthorpe, I present to you Dr. Walda Perdomo Chari for a thesis entitled How do Colombian software companies evaluate software product quality? Each year, UTS recognises a select few undergraduate candidates of exceptional merit. Such candidates are honoured by the award of the University Medal. Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, I now present to you graduates receiving an undergraduate award and the University Medal in the Faculty of Science. The following students have graduated with the Bachelor of Forensic Science Honours with First Class Honours and University Medal, and the Bachelor of Forensic Science. Jessica Lee Watson. And the Bachelor of Medicinal Chemistry Honours with First Class Honours and University Medal, and the Bachelor of Medicinal Chemistry, Annabelle Vavara Menaleris. Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, we will now present to you our coursework graduates receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with the Bachelor of Medical Science Honours with First Class Honours, Tegan Emily Fisher. Bachelor of Medical Science, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Thomas Scott O'Grady. Bachelor of Medical Science, Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Stephen Brett. Robert Cipriani. Rafael Ghazi. Bachelor of Medical Science, Bachelor of Business with Credit, Sandra Estefan. Lucy Lu Wang. Bachelor of Medical Science, Bachelor of Business, Levina Mai. Nikki Ne Quin Trung Nguyen. Mary Rose Pollina. Vanessa Dana Soares Samento. Bachelor of Forensic Science Honours with First Class Honours, Bachelor of Forensic Science, Anissa Abdullah. Lumiki Clover Ree. Eleanor Finch. Jessica Peterson. Rachel Emily Thomas. Bachelor of Forensic Science Honours with First Class Honours. Bachelor of Forensic Science in Applied Chemistry. Madison Ashley Elborn. Bachelor of Forensic Science Honours with Second Class Honours, Division 1. Bachelor of Forensic Science. Lola Hamid. Bachelor of Medical Science Honours with Second Class Honours, Division 1. Bachelor of Medical Science. Kimberly Ann Cespedes. Jessie Wong. Bachelor of Forensic Biology in Biomedical Science. Edward John Treffy. Bachelor of Forensic Science. Sarah Marie Baggiosi. Ashley Bali. Katie Bradford. Tanya Elizabeth Calibro. Giwa Chabal. Yixin Chen. Thomas Dowse. Eric Doan. Kelly Joan Eder. Ashley Jade Fagan. Terry Zelin Feng. Andrea Paula Godoy Ortiz. Natasha Haralambus. Lillian Hassett. Rachel Hoffman. Catherine Meg Hogg. Jessica Siu Yen Ho. Chloe May Boong Koo. Anna Lam. Jessica Hyejin Lee. Caitlin McDonald. Jacob Christian James Malay. Fatima Manoon. Lauren Eden Pauly. Joanna Chiao. Caitlin Maureen Riley. Luke Gabriel Rodriguez. Samadhi Maya Wilton. Bachelor of Medical Science, Manur Hassan. Renee Actipis. Zainab Mohammed M. Al-Naki. Neha Chand. Isabel Iona Kremer. Georgia Marie Crittenden. Winodhi De Silva. Hadi Dirani. Jenny Nguyen Duan. Kirsten John Fernandez. Qingling Han. Justina Sadek Hanna. Jasmine Haragli. Inaya Aripa Hasim. Shelley Xiaowehe. Bethany Ayanson. Aida Jabakanji. Anne Nguyen. Diana Odisho. Rizel Pan. Stephen Fung. Mariam Ratchid. Dana May Robinson. Melissa Shamun. Nikhil Singh. Margaret Jennifer Zakal. Sophia Taylor. Thomas Trial. Kathy Tran. Andrea Nicole Udleg. Susanna Zhu. Dimiana Yusuf. Mariam Yusuf. Bachelor of Medicinal Chemistry, Abigail Aguila. Mitchell Igo. Katrina Magat. Benjamin Ong. Carmela Ray Ramos Villafana. Bachelor of Biotechnology, Bachelor of Business with Credit, Maria Cristina de Paz. Bachelor of Advanced Science in Pre-Medicine, Elshadai Lema. Bachelor of Medical Science, Alice Sok.
Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, this concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Science.
I now invite Professor Deborah Anderson, Dean of the Faculty of Health, to present graduates.
Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, I invite graduates in the Faculty of Health to stand. Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, the UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the Faculty Board in Health are eligible for awards, have completed all requirements of a course of study approved by the Board, and has conferred these awards upon them. Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, I now present those graduates from the Faculty of Health who are here before you to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
On behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have qualified.
Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, we will now present to you our coursework graduates receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with the Master of Health Services, Management and Planning, Suman Lata. Bachelor of Nursing with Distinction, Jasmine Bao. Emily Barrett. Zungpon Ponchu. Jessica Se. Sophie Chodgrin. Kiara Doyle. Heidi Louise Fallow. Carmel Line Gutierrez. Ana Maria Hlavesek. Madison Lee Hobson. Shu Qing Ji. Tamara Helena Kuriaski Latham. Hope Latouf. Tara Rochelle Laurent. Matt Lawrence Hermoso Macatumbas. Tessin Momento Mansouri. Anne-Marie Brooke Mihalarias. Ciao Ciao. Brittany Rendell. Ranju Rimal. Renee Russell. Manju Suba. Arvin Jason Villanueva. Alfredo Pagaran Yap. Bachelor of Nursing with credit, Jiwan Adhikari. Elise Marie Butler. Michelle Chipo Chakanyuka. Georgia May Clements. Stephanie Mahay Enad. Sid Janelle Fernandez. Shamila Casey Kunwa. Brendan Pierce Mulhal. Sophie Panayotopoulos. Taikun Selvanatham. Lillian Tran. Aishu Uprati. Bachelor of Nursing, Reza Ara Bernadez. Gabrielle Philippe. Roshanak Majedi. Prima Manandar. Nikita Nepal. Ana Lorraine Guzman Talana. Bachelor of Nursing with distinction, Regine Luz Lapuz. Bachelor of Nursing with credit, Nikita Chandyo.
Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, this concludes the presentations of graduates from the Faculty of Health. Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, before I introduce the occasional speaker, I wish to add my congratulations to our new graduates. Congratulations. Our occasional speaker today is Professor Chris Turney. Chris is the Pro Vice-Chancellor of Research at UTS and a Professor of Earth Systems Science. He recently completed an Australian Research Council Laureate Fellowship, which he held at the University of New South Wales. Chris is an experienced academic and industry leader who brings together transdisciplinary teams to tackle global environmental challenges of societal importance in the Anthropians. Chris works with governments, industry, the third sector and communities to inform on national and global policy and technology deployment. He is a chief investigator on the Australian Research Council Centre of Excellence for Australian Biodiversity and Heritage and is a member of the International Radiocarbon Calibration Group. To help do something positive about climate change, he was a founding director, inventor, and is now a scientific advisor to the New Zealand-based clean tech company Carbonscape, which has developed technology to fix carbon from the atmosphere and make a host of green byproducts, including sustainability, produced bioengineered graphite for lithium-ion batteries. Chris has received numerous awards, including the Australian Academy of Science Frederick Stone Award, the Geological Society of London's Bigsby Medal, the Philip Leeuwenhoek Prize, and the inaugural Sir Nicholas Shackleton Medal from the International Union for Quaternary Research. Chris is a Fellow of the Royal Society of Arts, the Royal Meteorology Society, the Geological Society of London, the Royal Geological Society, and the Advanced HE. Thank you, Chris.
Emeritus Professor Milthorpe, Deans, members of faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduates, family and friends, welcome. I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the Gadigal people of a great Eora nation upon whose ancestral lands this beautiful city campus stands. We even have some sun. I have the privilege to be one of the first to congratulate you on an amazing achievement. In spite of so much, you made it here today. You have all personal, extraordinary stories of endurance, courage, and self-determination. You're now graduating from one of the top Australian universities. A university that has at its core values of discovery, delivery, sustain. And you have delivered this in spades. You really have. You've worked so hard. You've made discoveries. You've translated them all into something meaningful. And you've also realized something about yourselves. You've shown you can succeed in the face of enormous challenges. You've proven yourselves to be resilient. And in a day and age when disruption is increasingly becoming the norm, resilient leaders are what our world urgently needs. In 1919, the poet W.B. Yeats penned arguably one of his greatest pieces of work, The Second Coming. Now, for those of you who are familiar with this poem, just indulge me for a moment while I quote a few lines. Turning and turning in the widening gyre, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart, the centre cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dimmed tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. The centre cannot hold. The best lack all conviction. The worst are full of passionate intensity. It does sound rather familiar, doesn't it? Yeats wrote these prophetic words at the end of the First World War, with a planet racked by the Spanish flu, a flu that killed more people than the entire First World War. Sadly, the world faces similar challenges to today: environmental damage, extreme poverty, armed conflict, to name but a few. But the important point here is we're not doomed to repeat history. We can change the script. You can change the script. The world needs leaders of conviction, of compassion, of concern for others, leaders who can make discoveries, deliver them to society, and to stay resilient. Leaders who can find solutions, look after one another, and persevere. And your time at UTS should give you an enormous strength. The world is changing, and it needs leaders like you. Just consider for a moment those UTS values: discovery, delivery, sustain. They're so much more than mere words that are quickly spoken and then forgotten about. They're at the heart, the very heart of UTS. And you are graduates of this institution. You've proved you can achieve anything, and I mean anything. And we will always be here for you, to support you on your journey through life, to make a difference, to make a real difference. You're here today because of that self-determination and courage. You know better than anyone what you've come through. I'd like you to reflect on your experiences and how these might be of use to help you in the future. And in that spirit, I want to share a personal story with you, a short story. One of the most important experiences of my life began with a modest potato. You're wondering where this is going, don't you? Nearly 30 years ago, I was a young, awkward teenager. At home on a rare evening when my parents actually went out for dinner, I was left with a microwave oven. So for those of you trying to work this out, back in the late 1980s. A device that was arguably new to households at the time. Now, opinions differ about who said what to whom, but I understood my father told me that I should put a potato in the microwave for 20 minutes. Yes, 20 minutes. And then turn it over and give it for another 20 minutes. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? We still argue over this, if you want to know. But you know where this is going, right? The painful, inevitable result, for all of you in the room, of course, was the house was filled with smoke. And in a rage of near panic, it looked like I was about to burn the family house down. So after a bit of a shock, running around like a headless chicken, to be honest, a few expletives, I managed to get the smouldering vegetable outside, where it broke apart into glowing dark embers. So a sort of embarrassing, painful experience that you don't share with a room full of people, but you try to forget about. We've all been there, possibly not as bad as that, and you try to forget about them and move on. And needless to say, I'm not encouraged to cook very much nowadays. But I couldn't forget that black lump smouldering, but that former potato was seared in my brain. Now, years later, my life took me to a career where I was trying to understand climate change and the impact of the enormous amounts of carbon we're putting up in the atmosphere. And one day, talking to my parents, that image and a bit of a discussion came about that charged vegetable, which I threw out to the day, and it held a nugget of an idea that the plants can actually fix the carbon that we've been putting up into the atmosphere. And the result, as you heard, is a New Zealand clean tech company called Carbonscape, and it's turning biomass into sustainably engineered graphite. That's a key part of lithium-ion batteries as we're trying to electrify the world. The team has gone from strength to strength, winning patents and prizes around the world, and it was all from a burnt potato. So I'm asking you to not forget your burnt potato moment. Learn from your experiences. Revel in them. Maybe not share them as a cathartic experience in something like this. But no matter how painful they are who you are made from. You can draw on that. That gives you a strength. Harness that and make a real difference. You are today's leaders. You've dared to stand up and be counted. And you've succeeded. So I want to wish you all the best of fortune. Go out into the world. Discover, deliver, and sustain yourselves. You know better than anyone how to seize opportunities, work together, and anything is possible. Anything. Take care of yourselves and one another. You have all achieved so much and have the confidence and belief to make a real positive difference, just as you've proved here at UTS. So congratulations. Enjoy today. You've truly earned it and deserve it.
I would like to thank Professor Chris Turney for such an interesting and enlightening occasional address. We seldom have ones with sort of confessional parts. However, I'd also like to reinforce Professor Turney's point that yes, we are in a time of challenge, but in fact challenge is what makes us grow, and you will all face challenges, and I'm sure hopefully you're now well enough equipped to be able to take advantage of those challenges, even if you have to remember back a decade or two to what happened in the kitchen or elsewhere. And indeed, it's a very, very dark cloud that doesn't have some sort of silver lining, and obviously that's one of them. But the challenge is the thing you should look forward to and not try and run away from. So I would like you actually all again to congratulate Professor Turney on a very good occasional address. Thank you. Finally, I would like to acknowledge the family and guests who are here today and those who are at home watching. On behalf of the graduates, we thank you for your support that you have shown the graduates throughout their studies. So let me say that the best wishes and pride of the university go with each and every UTS graduate. Congratulations again.
Ladies and gentlemen, that occasional address concludes the formal proceedings of this ceremony. The academic procession is about to leave the Great Hall. Would the congregation please rise for the academic procession?